I strayed away from my Catholic faith in my 20s, and in my 50s, after a second divorce left me heartbroken, I no longer knew who I was or what my purpose was in life. Going forward to September 2023, the feast day of the Triumph of the Cross, my right arm had gotten huge. The doctor said it was lymphedema. I knew if I went and touched that relic of the Jesus' cross, that he would heal whatever was wrong with my right arm. I went to church and knelt down at the railing and touched the relic. A tingling went through my arm, and I was so happy. I knew that I was going to walk out of that church and I was going to be healed. Then I heard Jesus' voice. He told me that he loved me, and because he loved me, he was not going to heal me. He asked me to be a part of his redemptive suffering for the salvation of souls and reparation of sinners. And I told him yes. 2 months later, in the middle of November, I get my diagnosis, stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, which is not only in my tissues, but is also now in a majority of my bones. 2 weeks later, after I attend a Bible study, and I'm going, I live out of town, so I'd like to use the restroom before I go. And I was just putting my jeans up, and my arm broke. And because the cancer at that point had eaten the bone marrow out of my arm. A 2-month process before I had surgery, because there's only 2 doctors in Kansas who could perform it. So during that time, Jesus gave me a ministry of writing cards to people. So I'd have a blank piece of paper on my lap, and I could still use my hand, and so I would write people's cards. I gave them to the doctors, I gave them to the nurses in the hospital when I had my surgery. I gave them to people at gas stations and at Walmart. He also asked me to pass out his Divine Mercy cards. And so I take those and give those to the same people. A lot of times I'll put them in the cards also. So God took my brokenness and he gave me a purpose. In the Bible it says that he's my husband. He's also my Savior and my healer. I go to Mass daily. I pray the rosary. I go to adoration. And at 3 o'clock I go back over to church during the Divine Hour of Mercy. And at my church, there's a cross right there. And so I sit at his feet and console his heart. So during my journey, Jesus has healed my broken heart. He took me as his bride. He gave me a purpose and hope. And I have a reason for living. They thought I would die that December, but here I am a year and 5 months later, still alive by the grace of God, and doing what he has asked me to do to help save people. And during my journey, he also led me here to Christ's Peace House of Prayer, where I found a lot of peace and joy. And when I was going through my divorce, one of the sayings that he gave me was, "Be still and know that I am God." So instead of getting into arguments, I could just be still, and I could know that he would just take care of it if I would let him. And on that first post, when you come into the building, there's a sign that says, "Be still and know that I am God." So here I have found my little piece of heaven here on earth.